has them lined and ready for the first. Stand by, and we're away. Gold Kingdom to the inside, and Star Empire bounced onto the bunny well, leading the way from Ironclad and also Perfect, who punched through. Street Party's obliged to race wide for the time being as they sort their order out. Wind of Liberty into sixth on settling down. Flying Yellow was next from Heng Zing the rail. Born to Win third to last from Intrepid, and Luxana, who'll definitely be looking for more ground, the stayer. He's currently last. It is the Whipper-Innerer as they come past the 950-metre marker. Taking over is Star Empire to lead Perfect to its inner. Ironclad was third from Wind of Liberty. Gold Kingdom. Street Party now getting a wriggle on wide from Flying Yellow. Next came Born to Win from Heng Zing. Intrepid second to last. Luxana still tracking on and tacked onto the back for the time being. Perfect leading them now past the 550-metre marker. Leading out here from Star Empire. Wind of Liberty starting to get ridden along here by Nunez and has found a gap into it. Is tracking into it beautifully. From Ironclad, widest was Intrepid making ground with Street Party. It's Perfect the leader from Wind of Liberty, the maidener. Wind of Liberty now knuckling down here and levels up on the outside of Perfect. It's Wind of Liberty and Perfect coming past the 100-metre marker. Wind of Liberty and Perfect. The jockeys are fighting down to the line. It's a head bobber here in the first. Photo in the first. Perfect and Wind of Liberty can't split them. Gold Kingdom was third from Luxana, who ran on late as those horses began to tire. Heng Zing into clear fifth from Street Party, who never ran on. Flying Yellow. Intrepid was next. He was a little bit disappointing from Star Empire. Ironclad and Born to Win was the last across. Got a little bit of commotion in the middle of the line, but the lights are on. And we're off and racing here in race number 2. And Dancing Tycoon shot out of the gates like a gun and went up to the front from War Commander to its outside, who settles to its outside, but is a little tad keen in the early part. Blazing Kid now bursting through to the inside. They were followed by Limbs Better Ready up into fourth, improving from Holy Eleanor. Next came Fountain of Fame, a gap of 2.5 lengths there back to Burgundy Lad, who sits on the inside of Hearts of Gold. Sugar Rush was next from One Way Ticket, Legacy Fighter, Happy Wonderful, and last of all was Footsteps on the Car as the field make their way past the 550-metre marker, and leading the way is Blazing Kid. Goes up now on the outside is War Commander. 3 wide, Limbs Better Ready, who's been continuing to improve and has been positive in this race for the last 400 metres. Holy Eleanor now just looking for a run in behind runners. Dancing Tycoon still making ground down the outside, and Fountain of Fame. It's War Commander as they come past the 200, leading the way from Blazing Kid. Dancing Tycoon slowly continuing to etch into the margin. War Commander, Blazing Kid, Dancing Tycoon down the outside. Another tidy here at the Singapore Turf Club. Photo next in the field, Holy Eleanor, who was out of the placings this time around from Fountain of Fame, Hearts of Gold, Happy Wonderful, Burgundy Lad, Limbs Better Ready, knocked up late with Footsteps on the Car, Sugar Rush, Legacy Fighter. Tassel was second to last, and one of the last across was One Way Ticket. Flag raised, stand by, away. Nice even dispatch here. Red Ocean scrubbed out of the gates by Cality to be forward. Vittoria Perfetta taking up a roll on its outside, but is going to let Red Ocean slide forward. It's not going to eyeball it for the time being. Now, Cality slowed them right down here. He's gone into a very, very sedate gallop, leading the way by a length and 3/4 on Vittoria Perfetta. Not going up at this point in time. Special Ops was third on the rail from Online, and last of all was Star Jack. They make their way past the 1100. 27.12 is the time for the first 400. They are crawling, and it is Red Ocean leading by a length and a 1/4 here on Vittoria Perfetta. Next was Special Ops from Online, and last of all was Star Jack as they top the rise at the back and make their way down the side past the 800-metre marker. Still going very slow under a nice hold is Red Ocean to lead by 1/2 length on Vittoria Perfetta, who goes up to ask the question now. They were followed by Special Ops, Online, now getting a wriggle on, and Star Jack is last of the 5 as they make their way into the straight at the 450-metre mark on the short course C. Red Ocean, yet to be asked here by Cality, now turns into the straight and leads them home to the judge. From Vittoria Perfetta, here's Special Ops, getting whacked away on the inside, looking for a run, and is beginning to make ground from Online and Star Jack. Red Ocean now, ridden along here by Cality, asked to extend, and boots away, puts 2 or 3 lengths on them in the final stages, coming past the 100-metre marker. Online coming on late with Star Jack, but a nice tactical ride there by Matt Cality. And Red Ocean goes on to get the win by 2.5 lengths. From Special Ops, Online, Vittoria Perfetta was 4th, and last across was Star Jack. So we go for round 2. Stand by, we're off. And King Arthur bounced well to the inside. Sky Eye is going to beat it for pace here in the early part and going to go up and contest with Fabu, who's also pressing on. Wowee, they're going like last week's pay here. They're really skipping along. Karat, the fence, is into 4th position from to its outside. Snip and Lim Zoom. Red Rover can't go with them here. He's 6-7 lengths detached with Whistle Grand. It's on for young and old up in front here. And out in front, it's King Arthur who holds the inside advantage on Sky Eye. Boots through now from Fabu. Karat still holding to the fence. He's on King Arthur's back. From next in the field, Snip and Lim Zoom. The stablemates go together. Whistle Grand was next. Red Rover detached. He's long gone here at this point. It's King Arthur, his stablemate, though, who gives a kick down past the 200 from Sky Eye, who's not etching into the margin for the time being. King Arthur, he's been a form horse of late. He's looking for a three-peat, and he gets it today. With the ace draw, he was going to be very hard to beat, and he's done the job well. Wins by 2.5 to Sky Eye. Second favourite runs into second from the Mar duo, who run 3rd and 4th. Lim Zoom and Snip from Karat. Whistle Grand, who ran on. Fabu and Red Rover. "14 runners. Stand by. Gates back. We're off." Kayomani a tad slow with Don Della Vega now booting through. Hasaliao, King's Speech, Big Day and Malibu Beach. They're all in the back clump as Sun Ace takes up the running from Circuit Star at the 1400. They were followed by Glory Shine, Tony's Love, Fort Mustang wide with Boy Next Door. Kayomani was next from Don Della Vega, Malibu Beach, Magnificent Gold. Fourth to last was King's Speech from Foresto. Hasaliao and Big Day is last of all. 1,100 metres left to go, and it's Sun Ace leading a half to Fort Mustang, who now goes up on its outside. Boy Next Door's caught out wide, and he's been forced to improve as well from Circuit Star, Glory Shine. Next in the field came Kayomani from Tony's Love, Malibu Beach, Don Della Vega. King's Speech was next from Magnificent Gold, Hasaliao, Foresto, and Big Day is still last at the 600. As Sun Ace now goes back to a clear lead of 1 length. Boy Next Door's done it tough. He's been doing a double time wide, comes up on the outside of Fort Mustang. Glory Shine was next from Malibu Beach, the inside, Circuit Star. Kayomani's been wide as well, and Don Della Vega's got Kayomani's back and now begins to peel. Sun Ace, the leader, coming past the 375, leading out now by 1.5 lengths on Fort Mustang, who gets down to work. Glory Shine in behind. Kayomani, a nice finish on our hands here. Here's Don Della Vega presenting. Big Day from last as well. Sun Ace and Don Della Vega. Big Day running on. Magnificent Gold also working into him. Sun Ace has given him the slip. Sun Ace leading all the way from gate to wire. Goes on to get the win by 3/4 of a length on Malibu Beach. Don Della Vega looked like it was running on, but it all was, well, Sun Ace gave him the slip there at the 50 from King's Speech, Glory Shine, Big Day, Magnificent Gold, Hasaliao. They were followed by Circuit Star, Foresto, Boy Next Door, Tony's Love, Kayomani. And after presenting with a run, he knocked up quite bad Fort Mustang. He was one of the last across. And we're set for a start. Stand by, away. Rocket Ship cleared them out by 1.5 lengths in the early part. Jumps very well from Illustrious into second. And now Attila's 3 wide. It's going to be interesting to see whether it can slot in here behind on Illustrious's back. 4th in the run was Red Dragon from Chipmunks. Mariana Trench on Attila's back. And last of all was Super Generous. Rocket Ship, The mare takes them into the side at the 800-metre mark, leading the way by 3/4 of a length, now a half. Now not even in the lead, because up on the outside is Illustrious, the grey, who goes up to ask the question. 3 lengths off was Mariana Trench. From next in the field, Attila, who's been shuffled back now. Red Dragon boots up to its inside. Super Generous second to last. Last of all was Chipmunks. Well, it's a match race up in front here at the moment, and it's Illustrious who's got the lead by about a neck on Rocket Ship. Lays in all over Rocket Ship though here at the 250. It's Illustrious taking over from Rocket Ship, leading a half. Mariana Trench 4 or 5 lengths off them in third from Red Dragon and Attila. Illustrious now taking over, but has done a lot of work here and was laying all over the place. He's a bit wayward in the final stages, but the grey's going to get it and goes down to the line, ease down to win by 2.5 lengths on Rocket Ship. Now a photo for third. Maybe Mariana Trench snuck in over Attila there. They were followed next there by Red Dragon. A gap there back to Chipmunks, and last of all was Super Generous. Flags raised, stand by. Away. The favourite Sia was a little tardy out, as was Star Effect and Season Lucky. Star Effect now having to do extra work in the early part to go forward. Auspicious Day takes up the lead for now, but out deeper on the track with Coming Up, who's refusing to let him go and take a clear lead. They were followed by Ming's Man, whose leader's back in third on the rail, from Military Chairman, Ginger Man, 3 wide on the move, from Big Mary and Silcado, who run together. They were followed by Star Effect, a lot further back today than initially expected, I'd say, from Turf Beauty. Next came in the field was Blitz Power. They were followed next in the field there by Stella Polare. Second to last was the favourite Sia, and Season Lucky is at the end. Auspicious Day, as they come past the 600, is our leader. 2,400-metre call come up in around 26 seconds. It was Auspicious Day, the leader, from Coming Up. Ginger Man working into the race. He's been very positive in the race. Blitz Power's wider with Big Mary working into it. They were followed by Silcado, who's back up on the inside. Coming through now as well as Turf Beauty. Coming down past the 250, it's Coming Up, the leader. Here's Blitz Power down the outside, and Turf Beauty. Turf Beauty and Blitz Power going up alongside each other. Blitz Power, the leader, from Turf Beauty. Coming up best of the rest. Ming's Man making some ground on the way home. A tight finish down to the line. Not much in it. Photo. Wide apart, can't split them. Blitz Power and Turf Beauty go down to the line together. Ming's Man, a big run, considering he didn't find the front. The old boy, he still got it. Coming up was fourth from Season Lucky, making ground late from last. Silcado was next from Stella Polare. Star Effect cost itself the race at the start. They were followed by Military Chairman. Next came Big Mary, Ginger Man. Sia was never in it, and Auspicious Day is one of the first to pull up. Flags raised, stand by, we're off. Now Mackham Lad dipped out of the gates, goes back with C'est La Vie. That's not where we're expecting them to be. Grand Kunta going back with Zach Carser and also Orion Star. It's Lim's Dream taking up the running as they come past 1,000. From Charisma in second. Mackham Lads had to do a fair bit of work, but it's tracking up under Yusuf to go up and sit outside, but are very keen in the run. Starlight sitting just off them in fourth from Zach Carser, who peels out wide for a run. They were followed by C'est La Vie right off the speed today. Orion Star is second to last. Grand Kunta the Grey is last of all. As they come down past the 650, Lim's Dream well held together, a length and a half to on the into second was Charisma. Mackham Lad's been into third, but has done a lot of work to do so and be there. Starlight was next. Zach Carser tracking into the race. C'est La Vie's well back with Orion Star, and Grand Kunta back up on the inside. Lim's Dream gives a kick. Lim's Dream past the 200 metres, leading the way now from Charisma. Lerner getting into work, and Charisma now ambles up on the outside of Lim's Dream. A gap back to Starlight, Mackham Lad, Grand Kunta all running on. Charisma taking over from Lim's Dream, and coming down to the line, the Frenchman and Charisma are going to take it out. Mark Lerner gets a well-deserved win here aboard Charisma. He continues on his wonderful resume. Beats home Lim's Dream, a gap to Grand Kunta, who ran into third. They were followed by Mackham Lad, Starlight, Orion Success, and then Zach Carser and C'est La Vie crossed the line together. C'est La Vie was seeing them all the entire way through. Stand by, away. Songgong Hera to the inside was prominent with Lim's Kosciuszko. Hadir also pressing on with Kiss Your Song. Ironclad staying out on the track for the time being. Mini Force X closer today, settling down into 6th. From next in the field, Reignite. Second to last was Super Dynasty, and Real Success on the rail whips them in. Limbs Kosciuszko leading a half as they come off the back into the side. First 400 brought up in 23.61, so they are tracking along. And Danny Beasley's decided to take up the lead here on Limbs Kosciuszko. Leads Hadir by a length and a half. Songgong here a third the rail, tracking Limbs Kosciuszko everywhere he goes. Kiss Your Song was next from Mini Force X, Ironclad. Reignite third to last. Real Success, Super Dynasty is last. Here he comes into the straight. Limbs Kosciuszko given his head coming past the 250 and extends out on Hadir, who's beginning to make some ground. Songgong Hera with the 54 now starting to etch into the margin. Limbs Kosciuszko's got a race on his hands here. Limbs Kosciuszko and Songgong Hera. Songgong Hera trying to eat into the margin. Limbs Kosciuszko fighting every stride. Limbs Kosciuszko gets up. Big win. Limbs Kosciuszko has staved off the 54 kilos of Songgong Hera and takes out the Class 3. Beats home Mini Force X. Next in the field was Hadir from Real Success, Reignite, Ironclad. Kiss Your Song knocked up late, and last of all was Super Dynasty. Wowee, big win for Limbs Kosciuszko. Ricardo Lagrange. Krishna Tangamani to ride, brings it down to the minimum. Stand by, we're off. Nice even dispatch. Amazing Breeze going back, just a tad slow out with Wild Bee. Now they're chopping and changing here. Nothing really wants to take up. Weekend Do going forward with Cosmic Sands. Shepherd's Him a lot more forward today. They were followed next by Legacy Excel, who settles down into 4th from Sandbox, who burns across and now has a back to follow. From following in the field there was Run and Run, running along there in the par with Iron in Hand. Next in the field came All We Know from Amazing Breeze. Next in the field to the inside was Saba Star. Global Kid followed them from Strong and Smart, third to last. Second last was Axel, and from the wide draw, Wild Bee snicks back to the end. Cosmic Sands takes over as they come down past the 600 metre. First 400 was brought up in 25.40, and Weekend Do and Cosmic Sands are going to battle up in front. Legacy Fight was tucked away into third from next in the field, Shepherd's Him. Wider out on the track was Sandbox, and running on as well was Saba Star. It's Weekend Do coming down past the 225, who gives a kick and burns away from Sandbox. Legacy Excel, they were followed by Saba Star. Weekend Do hugging to the plasticine, looking to run down. Here's Saba Star and Sandbox flying late. Saba Star on the outside burns him and wins. Saba Star from Sandbox. Weekend Do into third. It just knocked up in the final stages. It almost got away with murder. Amazing Breeze was running home into 4th from Iron in Hand, Strong and Smart, Global Kid. Legacy Excel knocked up with Axel. Shepherd's Him never ran on. Wild Bee saw them most of the way. All We Know never ran on as well from Run and Run. And Cosmic Sands was one of the last ones to cross after doing a lot of work in the early stages. Flags raised. Stand by, we're off. Night Love and Kamitanara bounce well to the inside, going forward with War Pride, Rick Vallo, Brutus. Now War Room's out on a limb, about 5 wide at the moment, trying to slot in from Vigor, Captain Singapore. Kamitanara now back to about 8th or 9th from Tomcat to its inner. Next was Silent Partner from Yaya Papaya, Lim's Best Breaker in all his glory. And last of all was Speedy Missile as they speed off the back at the 800. And the first 400's brought up in 25.16, so it's a sedate gallop. War Pride for Jason Ong takes over on the outside, leading the way from Rick Vallo. Brutus was next from War Room, who's now got a back to follow with thanks to War Pride. Night Love was next from Vigor. Captain Singapore's out about 4 wide with no one to follow at this point in time. Kamitanara was further back with Lim's Best Breaker in all his glory. Speedy Missile, and last of all was Yaya Papaya. War Pride now met up on the outside by Brutus, who is cantering up on the outside. Brutus and War Pride go down to battle late. Running on was Rick Vallo and Tomcat. Lim's Best Breaker all too late. Brutus in a very nice performance. Wins by a length and a half to War Pride. Now a photo for third between Tomcat and Lim's Best Breaker in all his glory was next from Speedy Missile, Silent Partner, Rick Vallo knocked up. They were followed by Night Love, Vigor, War Room never ran on. They were followed by Captain Singapore, Commit Nara and Yaya Papaya.